There comes a moment in every life when the silence of doubt grows louder than the voice of possibility. A moment when the words "I can't" echo like chains rattling in the dark, holding us back from greatness. But history has proven, time and again, that those who dared to silence that voice became architects of destiny. They became the builders of empires, the dreamers who turned visions into monuments that still stand today. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before the light bulb illuminated the world. Imagine Henry Ford, mocked for believing ordinary people could own automobiles, yet he revolutionized industry with persistence. Picture Walt Disney, fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, only to create worlds generations escape into. These men were not born with certainty. They were born with vision. Vision, pursued daily, burns away doubt. The truth is simple yet brutal. Life will not hand you success. It will not give you clarity, discipline, or resilience. You must forge them. Wake each morning with a vision so vivid it pulls you out of bed. Work toward it every day, not occasionally, but relentlessly. The world rewards consistency, not excuses. "I can" is the language of surrender. It is the anthem of those who never dared to test their limits. Replace it with action, and you will discover that the impossible bends to persistence. Replace it with action, and you will see that discomfort is not your enemy, it is your ally. Discomfort is the crucible where strength is born, where resilience is tempered, where perseverance becomes your identity. Every great figure in history understood this. Abraham Lincoln faced defeat after defeat before becoming a revered leader. Carnegie rose from poverty, working in factories as a boy before building an empire of steel. They embraced discomfort. They persevered when the world told them to quit. Their names are etched into human progress. But what about you? What vision burns inside you, waiting to be unleashed? What dream have you silenced with excuses, with hesitation, with the poisonous words, "I can't"? The time has come to awaken it. Replace doubt with discipline, fear with faith, hesitation with relentless action. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait for approval. Do not wait for the world to hand you permission. The world will never give it. You must seize it. Declare your vision matters. Your purpose is worth discomfort. Your perseverance will carve a path where none exists. Vision without action is fantasy. Action without vision is chaos. But vision pursued daily with discipline and resilience becomes destiny. Vision is the seed, but discipline is the soil. Without discipline, vision withers into wishful thinking. Discipline transforms dreams into reality. It's the daily decision to act when no one is watching, when applause has faded, when excitement has dissolved. It is the decision to rise early, to push through fatigue, to keep moving forward when the path feels endless. Consider the builders of history, the ones who carved their names into the stone of time. They were not carried by luck. They were carried by discipline. Edison did not stumble upon the light bulb. He tested, failed, adjusted, and tested again. Ford did not revolutionize industry by dreaming alone. He worked tirelessly, refining processes, demanding excellence, refusing mediocrity. Discipline was their companion, their weapon, their shield against the temptation to quit. Yet, discipline alone is not enough. It must be fueled by belief. Belief is the spark that ignites discipline, the conviction that your vision is possible. Without belief, discipline becomes drudgery. With belief, discipline becomes devotion. Belief is not blind optimism. It is the courage to face obstacles head-on, knowing they are temporary. Belief is the refusal to let failure define you, the insistence that setbacks are lessons, not verdicts. When Walt Disney faced bankruptcy, when his ideas were rejected, belief kept him alive. When Lincoln lost elections, when critics mocked him, belief carried him forward. Belief is the invisible force, but belief must be paired with clarity. Clarity is the compass that directs your energy, the lens that sharpens your focus. Without clarity, vision scatters into confusion. Without clarity, discipline is wasted on distractions. You must know what you want, why you want it, and how you will pursue it. Clarity is not about knowing every step. It is about knowing the destination. It is about defining the vision so vividly that it pulls you forward. Carnegie knew his destination, to rise from poverty and build an empire. Edison knew his destination, to bring light to the world. Disney knew his destination, to create magic that would outlive him. Their clarity gave them direction and power. And yet, clarity without purpose is hollow. Purpose is the heartbeat of vision, the reason behind the struggle. Purpose is what transforms ambition into service, what turns personal gain into collective progress. Purpose makes perseverance noble, what makes resilience sacred. When you align vision with purpose, you become unstoppable. You no longer chase success for vanity. You chase it for impact. You no longer endure discomfort for ego. You endure it for legacy. Purpose makes the discomfort bearable because discomfort becomes proof that you are alive, growing, becoming. Discomfort is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the fire that tempers steel, the storm that strengthens roots, the trial that reveals character. Those who avoid discomfort remain fragile. Those who embrace it become unbreakable. Think of the oak tree. It does not grow tall by avoiding the wind. It grows tall by resisting it. By bending without breaking, by deepening its roots in the face of storms. You are that oak tree. Discomfort is your wind, perseverance is your roots, and vision is your sky. So embrace the discomfort. Welcome it. Let it shape you. Let it strengthen you. Let it remind you that you are alive, moving, becoming. Persevere through it, and you will discover that discomfort was never the enemy. It was the teacher. Resilience is the armor of the visionary. It is the strength to rise after defeat, the courage to stand after being knocked down, the will to continue when the world has turned its back. Resilience is not born in comfort, it is born in struggle. It is forged in the fires of rejection, in the storms of failure, in the nights when doubt feels heavier than hope. Every titan of history carried scars. Lincoln carried the scars of countless defeats. Edison carried the scars of relentless failure. Ford carried the scars of ridicule. Disney carried the scars of rejection. But those scars were not signs of weakness. They were proof of resilience. Proof that they endured. Proof that they refused to surrender. Proof that they chose perseverance over despair. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about transforming pain into power. It is about using failure as fuel, rejection as redirection, discomfort as preparation. Resilience whispers, this is not the end. This is the beginning of your strength, but resilience must dance with adaptability. Adaptability is the art of bending without breaking, the wisdom to adjust without abandoning, the courage to evolve without losing your essence. The world will change, circumstances will shift, plans will crumble, but vision, when paired with adaptability, survives. Think of Ford, who adapted his processes to create efficiency. Think of Edison, who adapted his experiments until success emerged. Think of Disney, who adapted his imagination to new mediums, new audiences, new eras. Adaptability is not compromise, it is strategy. It is the ability to pivot without surrender, to adjust without losing sight of the destination. Adaptability is the river that flows around obstacles, the wind that shifts with the storm, the mind that refuses to be trapped by rigidity. Those who adapt thrive. Those who resist change with fear remain stagnant. And yet, resilience and adaptability must be guided by gratitude. Gratitude is the anchor that keeps ambition from drifting into arrogance. Gratitude is the reminder that every step forward is a gift, that every lesson learned is a blessing, that every challenge faced is an opportunity. Gratitude transforms struggle into meaning, discomfort into growth, perseverance into joy. Gratitude is not passive, it is active. It is the daily decision to see the good, even in the midst of difficulty. It is the choice to honor the journey, not just the destination. It is the humility to recognize that success is never achieved alone, that every victory is built on the shoulders of those who came before, those who stood beside, those who believed when you doubted. Gratitude sharpens vision. It deepens purpose. It strengthens resilience. It fuels adaptability. It reminds you that the discomfort you endure is not punishment. It is privilege. It is the privilege of growth, the privilege of progress, the privilege of becoming. And so, the path becomes clear. Vision, belief, clarity, purpose, discipline, action, resilience, adaptability, gratitude. These are not separate steps. They are one continuous flow, one unbroken rhythm, one symphony of greatness. Each builds upon the other. Each strengthens the other. Each transforms the other. But none of it matters without action. Action is the bridge between vision and reality. Action is the proof of belief, the evidence of discipline, the manifestation of purpose. Action is the antidote to I can't. Action is the declaration that you will not wait. You will not hesitate. You will not surrender. Action is imperfect. Action is messy. Action is uncomfortable. But action is necessary. Because vision without action is a dream that dies in silence. Action without vision is chaos that fades into nothing. But vision with action, daily, relentless, disciplined action becomes destiny. So rise, replace I can't with action. Replace hesitation with movement. Replace doubt with discipline. Replace fear with faith. Embrace the discomfort. Persevere through the struggle. Adapt to the storm. Give thanks for the journey. And act every day without fail, without excuse, without surrender. Action is the heartbeat of destiny. It is the rhythm that carries vision forward, the pulse that keeps belief alive, the force that transforms purpose into progress. Without action, vision is a painting left unfinished, a song left unsung, a dream left to die in silence. But with action daily, relentless, disciplined action, vision becomes reality, belief becomes proof, purpose becomes legacy. And yet, action demands courage. Courage to step into the unknown, courage to face discomfort, courage to persevere when the path is steep and the summit feels unreachable. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. It is the refusal to let fear dictate your destiny. History belongs to the courageous. It belongs to those who acted when others hesitated, who persevered when others surrendered, and who embraced discomfort when others sought ease. It belongs to Edison, who lit the world. It belongs to Ford, who moved the world. It belongs to Disney, who imagined worlds beyond the ordinary. It belongs to Lincoln, who united a nation. It belongs to Carnegie, who built empires from steel. And it can belong to you, but you must choose. You must choose to create a vision and work toward it every day. You must choose to replace I can't with action. You must choose to embrace discomfort and persevere. You must choose resilience over surrender, adaptability over rigidity, gratitude over arrogance. You must choose to act not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Because today is all you have. Today is the canvas. Today is the battlefield. Today is the opportunity. And if you act today, tomorrow will be transformed. If you act today, destiny will be rewritten. If you act today, greatness will awaken. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for certainty. Do not wait for comfort. The world will never hand you these things. You must seize them. You must declare with conviction that your vision matters, that your purpose is worth the struggle, that your perseverance will carve a path where none exists. And when the storms come, and they will stand tall. When the winds howl and they will bend, but do not break. When the nights grow dark, and they will remember that dawn always follows. Persevere through the discomfort, and you will discover that discomfort was never the enemy. It was the teacher. So rise. Rise with vision. Rise with belief. Rise with clarity. Rise with purpose. Rise with discipline. Rise with resilience. Rise with adaptability. Rise with gratitude. Rise with action. And when you rise, rise not just for yourself, but for those who will follow. Rise for the generations who will look back and see your perseverance as proof that greatness is possible. Rise for the legacy that will outlive you, the impact that will echo beyond your years, the vision that will inspire long after your voice has faded. Because greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It is reserved for the relentless. It is reserved for the disciplined. It is reserved for those who act, who persevere, who embrace discomfort, who refuse to surrender. So let the words, "I can't die today," let them be buried in silence. Let them be replaced with action, with courage, with perseverance. Let them be replaced with the declaration, "I will, I must, I am." And as you walk this path, remember, vision is the seed, discipline is the soil, belief is the spark, clarity is the compass, purpose is the heartbeat, resilience is the armor, adaptability is the strategy, gratitude is the anchor, and action is the bridge. Together, they form the symphony of greatness. Together, they create destiny. So act. Act with conviction. Act with courage. Act with perseverance. Act every day without fail, without excuse, without surrender. And in the end, when history looks back, it will not remember the doubts you carried, the fears you faced, or the discomfort you endured. It will remember the vision you created, the action you took, the perseverance you embodied. It will remember that you rose.